Much requested video. Today I'm going to show you how to journal and how to actually journal, what you can learn from your data, what you should do with all your data you got, and let's just start right away. So first things I'm going to do is I'm on the platform 618ers.com. If you don't know the platform, you should check it out. In my opinion, it's the best platform. And I go to I'm importing my trades. There we go. So this is what happened today. So we can see that I took 7 trades and I had 6 winners and 1 loser. And so if I want to journal, what I want to do is first I'm gonna go to the journal, and then I'm just gonna look for the date. So I'm just gonna sort by date, and now I got my 7 entries. And to check out what kind of trades I took, I first gonna click here on trades, and then we need to go back in time. So we're gonna check it out live. So I'm gonna go here on MNQ. So 7 a.m. was 5 hours ago, so right now it's 1 a.m. So it needs to be 2007. Okay, there we go. $20.07. Oh no. Okay, so the first trades actually, and you need to ignore this because this is from another video if I haven't posted it yet. So I took the first trade here, and we can, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down, put the screenshot here, and so I know what happened here. I'm just going to do this example with one trade. So before I was very neutral, and during I was also neutral, and after I was also neutral. I know this because I track also during my trades how do I feel. So what happened here? Real quick breakdown. So basically we came out of a very strong short zone, and for me it was wait, we can also double check what it was, but I think it was nope. Okay, so this was we need to write this down. So setup quality was kind of good, and it was a short day, or short level got hit. So the checklist, execution management was kind of good because it was a scalp, even though I kind of explained later. I mean, I stopped trading, but I explained why this was a good short zone. And analysis tech is trend line, so I can find this later. So basically no mistakes were made. So what can I write about this trade? I was waiting this morning for a good short entry, and because we flipped the, I think it was also, wait, I don't want to talk bullshit, but I think it was also, oh yeah, a good short entry. And because we flipped the previous trend line, I was willing to short in that zone. It was also 1.68 projection. So I'm gonna put this also here because I like to have this data here. And now, this morning when I woke up, I had this feeling that I need to make money, but pretty quick I realized that this is not good for my mental game, because then I want to over risk. So I locked myself out of my account in the first couple of minutes during the Asia opening. Then when the trade hit, I was a bit doubtful, but because the short zone hit before, I was like, either it's a stop loss or take profit, nothing in between. I can't control the outcome. I can just control my reaction to it. Then key lessons learned. So it was basically a low time frame, but aligned with a higher time frame or middle time frame. It was a scalp, and the result was a win. It was the Asia session, 1.68 projection plus trend line flip, whatever. Then how much RR did I realize? So I think this move was 3.8 and 3.84. So we got here a screenshot, so later on we can find this. And you can also write here stuff down, like I was nervous during the trade that it just goes through my stop loss and my breath was shallow, whatever. So okay, and we could also record an audio, but we're not gonna do this time here. And so the key lesson here was learned. Where is it? Where's the key lesson? Trust the process. Okay, perfect. So later on, if I want to, I could also just come here for today. So we got the filter on right now, so I see, okay, this was the trade. Because when you sometimes look at all your entries, you are like, okay, what kind of trade was this? So if I want to create a playbook, what is a playbook? Let's say I want to create a new playbook, and let's say trend line, whatever, and I want to do it on MNQ, and then I just do like, I don't know, trend line, and then I can see, okay, what was my win rate actually on this, and okay, nothing happened here. So basically this is how you can filter some of the data for certain tags which I used here. Or I could have also planned the trade before. For example, we can look at this. I had an entry here, stop loss, planned RR, and see it worked out, whatever. But I can also define all my setups here. For example, daily opening gap, it needs a 2-minute close, 5-minute close, blah, 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 blah. This is all what you can do. Or if I miss the trade, I can put it here and then I can collect the data. Okay, did it actually work out, or did I miss it and it wasn't as good? So, I mean, we can also always create sessions. So with the sessions, what you can write in here, I don't know if I wrote something in here. For example, here you can see my reflection on Tuesday, so 10 days ago. Over risking in too many contracts do not make me the trader I want to be. They do not bring me to my goal. They cause the opposite. I end up in situations I cannot handle mentally, and it causes panic. No stop loss is gambling. No professional trader behavior. I'm not protecting myself from myself. This is like the reflection I got, and these are my notes I took during some trades, and here you can see some trades, and overall the day ended green, but still I was aware that this is not good trading, even though it was like I had some bad moments inside of this. So and if we go now to emotional lab, so for example, what I usually always do is I do like a pre-session protocol. So before I start trading, I say, okay, today I'm pretty regulated. My sleep quality was tonight amazing. The off-market stress is kind of like a 5. Energy level was like a 9, and yeah, I was like kind of like this. So, and what I also always do to sharpen your focus is kind of like box breathing. So what you do is basically inhale, hold it, and exhale, and hold it again. And perfect. I can also write an intention here. I don't know, let's say over risking and stop loss are crucial, or whatever. You can write anything in here. So we complete the ritual for today. And then what I wanted to actually show you, so before I was kind of like a little bit frustrated this morning. So it was in the morning and it was kind of like this because some stuff didn't work out, and I had like my jaw was clenching, and for example my heart was racing. And I can also put it to this specific trade here. Let's say it was this one, and I was a bit stressed because I don't know, my dog barked at me or whatever. It can be also something outside of your trading, just for example. So you can log this, and later on when you got like all the data here, you can see your patterns, you know, where you see, okay, how certain patterns are connected to your trading, where certain emotions show up in your body, so you learn to recognize them before. And also we got some rescue tools here, you know, like breathing, anchor, and whatsoever. And you can also just practice like some in session, I don't know, let's say you want to have like a body scan, for example. Okay, where do I, or like a posture reset, whatever. There's you can do a lot of stuff here. For example, you can use this audio here.
Sit back from the screen.
And as you can see, you know, you can do this before a session, after a session, you know, to kind of like recalibrate, come back and figure out, okay, what's going on with my mind? Why do I over risk? Why, you know, like anything you can think about. So also here we see at the moment kind of like, okay, today I was a little bit frustrated and this is not good. So overall, my readiness, my lifestyle, stress, sleep quality, all of the data we got here, and so on and so on. You can also write here anything in here. So, and I mean, if you want to, you can also always backtest your strategy. So for what is backtesting? If you backtest, you need to figure out, okay, does my strategy actually work or not? So this is not the real market. I mean, all these candles are the real market, but it's like in the past. So let's say we want to, on the 5 minute, we can also speed this up a little bit. And let's say this is our trade, which we always wanted, and for some reason, okay, yeah, okay, we lost. So we see here, we lost this trade. We can also later journal this one, and I mean, okay, let's say for some reason we think this is a good trade here, and yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, we lost again. So let's say we are completely good, and now we made all my money back. So yeah, this is kind of like to figure out if your strategy is actually working or not. And I mean, if you want to, you can also just like learn very basic stuff about your trading. I don't know, let's say for example reading a candlestick. Like you can start basically from the absolute beginning, you know. Oh yeah, and then you start a quiz, you know, to learn some stuff. And Yeah, what I also always look at is kind of like, okay, where's the market going at the moment? So I feel like it's also very important. Let's check it out if we got like any news. Okay, today, so this week, today is Friday, so we don't have any major news, only like orange folder, and I can also compare like certain markets together. Let's see, okay, are they correlated? How did, for example, I don't know, Euro USD the last 30 days, like 3 out of 4 times it went up, you know, or it went down, or whatever happened. So you have like a lot of data on this, and we can also always look at the economic calendar. And yeah, this is basically it. Or for example, you can also take care of your prop firm accounts. For example, you say you have Lucid account, you put it here, you can add another account, you can log another account, and figure out, okay, how many payouts did I have, what kind of phase am I in. You can also stress test your strategy, and so on and so on. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard. And today we had this. So overall, very happy. And yeah, I hope you could learn something from this journaling thing. And afterwards, I mean later, I forgot to show you. I mean, here you can see like overall your data, you know, your win rate, your whatever for the last 90 days, for example. You can also filter this by an asset, or you can also, let's say, you can also filter by an asset or in tag, whatever. You can do like certain trading styles and figure out, oh, this is actually working really well, no, this is not working at all. And what is more important, I feel like, is the trader DNA. So for example, I'm a scalper, so my average holding time is 2 minutes. You know, my expectancy is like 6.7 RR, and here you can see my consistency, my overall my behavioral fingerprint. And of course we also got like some data here. For example, I haven't logged enough emotional data here, so we need more emotional data. So you can see, okay, it needs to be linked to certain traits, what I did right now. So you can see, okay, this is actually working really well. And then you can figure out, okay, maybe there are some parts of my trading which I need to adapt on my strategy and discipline. So for your info, why this is showing it not available, because it doesn't track my stop loss, because I'm having like futures accounts, so that's why it doesn't track my stop loss. And here you can see, for example, for today, the win rate, or let's say I was frustrated and still won, and here I was neutral and also won, and whatever. So overall, the more data you got, the more significant you can figure out, okay, maybe this, I need to be aware more of these emotions. And yeah, here you can also see how good your trading style fits, how many trades you do, your win rate, profit factor, mood coverage, and the data quality. So here you can see, okay, I need to put in my stop loss and I need to figure out my emotional stability, because I need to track more emotional data. And the more you got in here, after a while you will figure out, okay, let's say you got like, you need at least 20 trades, and then you're getting more and more data. So the more data you got here, the better the results show up. And we can also see here, like, let's say tilt versus P&L. So how much tilt did I feel? For example, here I still was green. And you can see, okay, worst days are usually like Wednesdays, or cleanest days are Mondays. And yeah, you can also look at your tilt score, and this is all connected together. And this is basically for now it. I hope you enjoyed this video, you could learn something from this, and I wish you all a pleasant day.